Well, forget form, forget stats. This is a derby game, and conventional wisdom goes out of the window. Milan's two football behemoths limber up to do battle once more, and the prospect is tantalising. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. The Milan derby, one of the most eagerly anticipated games in the world. Yet another edition of this never-ending rivalry, Jim.
Yes, Peter, this is one of the must-see derbies in world football. The atmosphere alone will send shivers down your spine, and when a goal is registered, the decibel level will deafen you. Believe me on that. Tension levels can be off the scale, and the Milanese have a unique way of expressing their emotions. I've been privileged to be in this position before now, and I'm not expecting to leave disappointed.
I think the wide players will be very important here, Peter. A lot is going to be asked of them.
Yeah, they've got a fair bit of work to get through.
Yeah, because they're going to have to cover the flanks on their own. They need to push up and establish some menace, some control, press from the front and act like auxiliary wingers, if you will, while also doing a fair bit of defending. And what's more, they're often expected to be the main supply routes in the side.
And that gets things running. It's us or them. Always has been, always will be. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, this guy Fofana is going to have a busy time of it in the middle of the park, Peter. He's going to have to do an awful lot of covering, especially if his wingers are constantly making those forward runs and getting out of position. So he has to fill in for all of that. And based on what I've just said, you know, he's going to be asked to lead the counter-press too. It's a good...
He's having a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Inter Milan with the corner, they're first. Martinez! And now they can spring out of defence. And here's Lautaro. And Martinez! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Martinez actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It's their second corner of the game. Milan are looking to go forward now. Now it's Nkunku. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Played into space. Oh. And the finish! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Martinez demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Inter Milan penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Now this could be a chance. Tries to play it through. Crosses it in. That's a decent clearance. And he welcomes it in. Crossed it again. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Sucic. Tries to pass it through. Ricci. Now it's Rafael Leao.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Some good work on the right flank here. Gabbia calmly anticipates.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Now it's Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao! Oh, it's come off the upright. Sucic. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Estupinian. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Inter Milan happy to have the lead in a tight old game, half-time 1-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Inter definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Oh, what a... And it's hit the woodwork and out! Modric. Now Ricci. That's an excellent interception.
Team still separated by the game's only goal.
Pressing high and with purpose. Gabbia. Sergio, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Milan really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Pavlovic. Ricci. Estupinian. Milan can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Akanji. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Well, to be fair to that defence, it's nigh on impossible to cater for such astute movement, but at least, eventually, they've made the right call. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
He's found a way through. Acerbi herring after the ball here.
Milan really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
Oh, that's a key interception. I think we're just about done here. Now it's Rafael Leao.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And that's it. Inter Milan have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Martinez taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Inter really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.